Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at a Trackmaster train which is simply battery powered, which you see on the left, versus a Trackmaster train which actually has a remote control and is also battery powered. And so the first thing I want to tell you about is that both of these are very fun trains to play with. The remote control certainly adds a unique element to it right there, but it does come at a price. The normal Trackmaster train, in this case we're looking at Percy, he uses one AA battery. Sometimes you'll see Trackmaster trains like Toby that may use a C battery or something like that, but generally it's just one battery, okay? If you get into the remote control option, you're going to be using 3 AAA batteries in the coach, which is actually permanently attached to the Trackmaster engine, because this is how the power is delivered. And you then will also need 3 more AAA batteries for the remote control itself. So that's a big investment in batteries, and certainly something to be aware of. So you have to decide if the remote control feature is going to be right for you with that additional investment. Okay, let's take a look at these trains. Looking at just the standard Trackmaster engine, as you probably know, it's just a matter of flipping one switch and the train is off. Alright? If we go to the battery-powered train, you're going to see that you not only have to switch the switch here, but obviously you also need to use the remote control. And there's a switch on the bottom, which will allow you to turn it on. Now you're going to see that there's a number of different features that are available with the remote control, not the least of which is that it gives you lots of realistic sorts of sounds and things like that. So let me just move him out of the way here so when the other one comes we'll be good to go. The first thing you'll notice is that you actually have the ability to use a couple buttons, and the buttons give you various sounds, and they're pretty standard whether you're using the Percy engine or one of the other engines. You have your whistle, you also have your theme music. It tends to be the same for each of the ones that we've seen. If you've seen something different, please let us know. Okay? You can hit the button then and get rid of those as well too. But once you have the engine turned on, you can either go forward or reverse with the remote control. So if we push the remote control up, you can see the train starts to go. Of course you have to make sure he's on the track, that always helps. Now if you want him to go in reverse, you can actually just put him backwards. Okay, so as you can see right there, that's one of the nice features about having the remote control. A Thomas the Train Trackmaster train, which is a remote controlled engine. And again, as you can see, when you push the lever up, he's going to go on his own. Now, one thing I want to show you is that while he works pretty much the same as another Trackmaster engine, there is the additional weight on the back, and so that can sometimes cause the trains to have a little bit of trouble going uphill. Now, one of the things that I like about the remote control is obviously the realistic sounds. Again, like I said, the engine, things of that nature. You get the extra, compartment on there in the back as well too, in terms of the coach. But I'm a little disappointed in the fact that, kind of the purpose of the remote control is to make it more of an interactive experience. But you don't really need the remote control if, as my child has figured out, basically once you turn him up, you can let the remote control go, and the engine will go on his own, and it essentially then just acts like a normal Trackmaster engine. So now you're using 6 batteries to do the job of what a normal Trackmaster engine can do with just 1 battery. And I think if it was up to me, I see the pros and cons. I probably would have made it so that you had to hold it up or hold it back in terms of actually, if you wanted to actually move the car. Because you have a regular Trackmaster engine anyway that will go on its own. If you want to use the remote control, it's assumed that you're going to be using it because you want to have that interactive experience, and simply just going like this is not really that interactive now, is it? So overall, I would say if you're getting it for the novelty of having the remote control, and you like the fact that you like to be able to use the different sounds and have the theme music, if you want those features, then hey, the remote control is for you, recognizing that you're going to have to make the investment of the 6 batteries to be able to use it. Whereas again, with just 1 battery, you could get all the same experience as you can with the normal Trackmaster train. So I'll leave the choice up to you. I think having 1 or 2 remote controlled engines, again, like for the novelty of it, is good, but put the majority of your money in the standard Trackmaster engines because you can get away with a lot less battery usage. Thank you.